Financial freedom is a goal a lot of us aspire to and would love to have. When you look at the lifestyle of the rich and famous, a lot of them seem to live in a world much different from the rest. That's why everything about them is unique. The rich and wealthy, of course, live lives of splendor, wealth, vacations all over the world, luxury, exclusive invite-only events and parties, yachts, the list could go on forever. In simple terms, there's no way Billy, who works at McDonald's and lives down the street, will ever live such a life. Perhaps in his dreams. In any case, the lives of the wealthy are fascinating. And in today's video, we'll be talking about some of the things people with money never worry about. And by the end of this video, you'll get some handy tips that can help revamp your financial norms and beliefs. So join me and let's dive into it. Also, YouTube says that a lot of you guys who watch my videos have not subscribed to the channel. So friend, please subscribe and help me hit 1 million subscribers.
Thank you.
Number 1. How much it costs and the price of things. Many people consider money as an obstacle that needs to be tackled. Common folk associate money with stress and burden. The rich, on the other hand, don't live with this mindset. When it comes to purchases, they focus on the worth and longevity of an item, be it a good, service, or even an experience. You see, for the poor, it shouldn't come as a surprise that this is a common mindset among them. After all, the majority of the poor sadly live from paycheck to paycheck, and the middle calls aren't that far behind. But the good news is, once we're able to scrap such a primitive mindset, we'll be able to make more purchases based on value, which in the long run guarantees more productivity from our money. Number 2. The lack of money. If you had the luxury of having several streams of income, would you ever be worried about how much money you've left in your account? Let me know with a comment down below. For me, I wouldn't be bothered since I'd be sure that even if one of my sources of income dips, I would have another one to shelter my needs. When asked about how much money they have, the likes of Warren Buffett and Elon Musk are never able to give a specific number. Why? Because they have so many streams of income that it feels like they're swimming in money. Number 3. Working harder equals rich is wrong. Who really ever wants to keep working a tedious job for life? Would you? I sure wouldn't. Unfortunately, circumstances have forced us to waste our potential, working odd jobs to keep the money coming. Meaning there's no single moment you can step away from your daily hustle and bustle. The wealthy can't stand having to work harder to make more money, and this forces them to seek deep into their minds and devise ways in which their money could work for them. The goal is to enjoy the soft life, and there is no sense breaking you back, working day after day for all of your life, and still can't enjoy financial freedom. The good news is that with the right insight, it's possible to make your cash work for you. And, in the long run, build generational wealth, but only working smart can get you here. You can even ask Elon Musk. I'm sure he'll tell you the exact same thing. The goal, friends, is to work smarter, not harder. And on that, if you're enjoying this video, learning something, or just want to be a nice person, I'd appreciate it a ton if you gave this video a thumbs up. Number 4. Updating social media. Heard of the phrase pics or it didn't happen? No? Then you're either old or living under a rock. We live in an era where if you don't post about an event or experience, it feels useless. What's the point in going to a scenic holiday spot if you can't post and brag about it on social media? This, if you ask me, is a burden many of us common people live with. The rich understand how useless and time-consuming social media can be. It deters people from what really is important. The folks who live in homes we can only dream of have learned to live in the moment and divert their mental energy towards things that truly matter. At least most of them have. Number 5. Risks of injuries or emergencies. The one thing that most people fail to put on their budgets is extra funding in case of an emergency or injury. This unfortunately happens because they're living from hand to mouth, making it hard for them to decide day-to-day things, such as should I buy bread or pay rent? How would they be able to save for unforeseen circumstances? These are tough decisions that most poor people face and worry about, that the rich never need to worry about, since they've set up an emergency savings account that is topped up as often as they can. It gives the security of having a cushion in case of the loss of life of the breadwinner, or in the event of an accident. On top of that, they've secured their health by having medical insurance that covers them, and their children making life a little easier to live. Number 6. Trendy Clothes. It's almost funny to think that the favorite outfit in the richest man's closet isn't Gucci or Louboutin, but a pair of well-crafted jeans and a t-shirt and basic shoes. This is contradiction to our expectation of people with money, who can afford to purchase the biggest brand names in fashion without denting their accounts. This is because instead of viewing clothes as accessories, they appreciate the value of something to cover their bodies. Without forgetting the impact fashion waste has on the world, they then will do anything within their power to protect the environment by purchasing quality clothes that will last them a long time, whether they are trendy or not. Number 7. What others have. It's often said that the thief of joy is comparison, so why put yourself through the torture of comparing how much you have to what other people have? People with money never entertain such biased thoughts, as they know the implications they have over their mindset. Instead, they'll focus on what is truly important, creating a life they'll love living. Number 8. Bills. The rich are lucky to have more than enough to cater to their everyday needs. They therefore need not worry about the next bill. They take their time to carefully craft their finances to ensure that they have 2 or more backup income sources. Having multiple income streams is a must-have in the 21st century, as we can no longer rely on a traditional 9-to-5 or single job to meet our needs for many years. Thus, let's all try and follow in their footsteps of creating multiple income sources. Number 9. Purchasing trends. Companies spend billions to create engaging adverts. Why? So that they can lure us and entice us into purchasing their products. Many people unknowingly fall into the marketing trap without even thinking for a second. If you're hoping to enjoy the beauty of life like the rich, then you'll have to get over the impulse of buying everything you come across. The rich like their stuff simple and don't care about other people's opinions. Simplicity is key, and this is where most of us go wrong. After today, we all need to reinvent ourselves and forget about the latest Gucci outfits or those Porsche brands, as long as it's something decent and presentable. I don't see the need of going overboard wearing an outfit worth thousands if not millions. In the real sense, the rich don't spendthrift on expensive outfits, but instead spend more on things with value not measured in terms of dollars or pounds. Number 10. Celebrities and gossip. Just like how social media can turn into a time-consuming, brain-numbing toxic habit, the same goes for celebrity gossip. If you find yourself getting too worked up over who's dating who and who dumped who, you might need to reevaluate your priorities. Any gossip is toxic, but especially when it's about people who don't even know you exist and are probably making $1,000 for every tweet made about them. The rich mind their business and focus on things to help their wealth grow. Number 11. Opinions. There are a couple of things that set the rich and the poor apart, and one of them is the fact that the rich are carefree. They don't give a second thought to what other people may think about them whatsoever. That's why they go into more risque business, even if they know for sure that the chances of them failing at it is 95%. They trust that that 5% difference is all they need to make it work for them, and they go all in. Because of the self-belief they possess, things always turn out in their favor. So maybe it's high time we stop worrying about what others will say if we quit that dreadful high-paying job. Number 12. Getting help. Life is as busy as it can ever be, with people working upwards of 3 jobs a day to make ends meet. That's why it's so comforting to be able to afford help. Help can include having a nanny who will watch over your kids as you go to work all day, or someone who can come by to clean. Many people unfortunately don't have such choices, as money is the biggest constraint that pushes humans to work like farm cattle dragging around hoes like in the old days. For the rich, life is absolutely different, as their biggest concern isn't whether or not to hire help, but it's about what they shouldn't allow their help to do, so that they can do that themselves. They have nannies, gardeners, drivers, and chefs who serve them well to ensure that they can only focus on making money, rather than all the other things ordinary Johns, Ashleys, or Mikes have to worry about. And having such services at their disposal has worked well for them. Which leaves me wondering, isn't getting help a necessary evil or burden? What do you think? Let me know with a comment down below. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, have a great one.